This tech tip will describe installing more than one span panel at a home, discussing both the wiring and design considerations, as well as the expected homeowner experience. The homeowner should understand that only one span panel can be viewed at a time through the Span Home app. Homeowners with multiple span panels can use their same user account to view details of their span panels. Each panel will appear as a separate system in the app and will also be controlled separately. Span panels in series can be fed by another span panel, using the feed through lugs or by a breaker fed from the upstream panel. When connecting span panels together using the feed through lugs, power from the grid first feeds into the upstream span panel. In this configuration, a battery storage system can be installed in either the downstream or upstream span panel. The upstream span panel will see all loads in the downstream subspan panel as a single load. To see individual loads in the downstream panel, the homeowner will need to select the other panel in their app. It is important to know that there is no on or off control of the feed-through lugs. Therefore, during an off-grid event, only the branch circuits in the panel, where the battery storage is connected, will be automatically managed by SPAN. Loads in the other SPAN panel will need to be manually managed from the home app during an outage. Note, in this configuration, the sub-panel can serve up to 200 amps of load if your load calculations allow it. When utilizing a branch breaker to feed a downstream panel, battery storage can be installed in the upstream or downstream panel. In this configuration, the upstream span panel will see all loads in the subspan panel as a single load. To see individual loads in the downstream panel, the homeowner will need to select the other panel in their app. Note that in this configuration, the subspan panel can only be supplied by a breaker up to 90A maximum. This design will allow customers to set up automatic on or off control of the entire downstream panel via the home app. During an off-grid event, the subspan panel downstream of where the battery storage is connected can be automatically managed by SPAN. While the individual circuits and the downstream panel can't be controlled, they can all be automatically shed to extend battery usage, managing them as a single load. When a storage system is installed, an external microgrid interconnect device, or MID, is used to isolate the home from the utility supply, thus creating a home microgrid. The MID and SPAN require a hardline communications connection, which allows the two devices to relay data to one another for coordination and function. With multiple SPAN panels in series, only one SPAN panel can communicate with the MID. The panel that communicates with the MID is known as the primary panel. SPAN panels connected in parallel will have different features and limitations depending on the installation configuration. A common reason SPAN panels are installed in parallel include splitting a 400 amp service into two 200 amp SPAN panels, or when only one panel contains loads to be backed up by a battery storage system and the other panel contains large loads that are intended to be shed during an outage. SPAN panels in parallel can provide full backup functionality to just a portion of the home's loads. This design allows for complete utilization of the electrical service, along with fully automatic load and battery management for the most important loads in the home. In parallel, there is no concern over other downstream loads during an outage. Note, panels in parallel will report total power flow individually. The homeowner will need to manually tally the information from their two panels to get a whole home view. This is expected to change in the future, as SPAN Home app software updates are made. In this parallel configuration, the battery storage and loads connected to each panel will be fully managed by SPAN, as if it is its own home. Depending on the battery storage solution used, you may be able to connect solar to either SPAN or the MID. But note that only the solar connected to the panel supplied by the battery storage system will be available during a utility outage. Note that energy storage connected to one SPAN panel cannot be used to back up loads connected to a different SPAN panel. In addition to the multi-panel examples shown, a single SPAN panel can supply other non-SPAN panels downstream. These options may be the best for your particular situation, depending on the existing conditions and the goals of the customer. Each energy storage system has unique installation requirements. Please review the additional lessons on our tech portal for more instructions on integrating specific battery systems with SPAN.